We're here in the Emma Banim learning Halakha Psuka from Chok Israel for Wednesday, Parashat Noach. פאות הזקן הם 5, ורבו בהם הדעות, לפיכך ירא שמיים יצא את כולם ולא יעבור תער על כל זקנו כלל. There are 5 corners of the areas of the beard, but it's very difficult to define exactly where they are. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What exactly are the limitations of each one of these areas that are forbidden to shave with a razor, with a blade, since it's difficult to define that the whole beard is restricted from shaving with a razor blade. And that's a very serious sin. It's equal to eating 5 times pork. Person, of course, would not want to eat pork, but a person sometimes may think that it's okay to shave with a razor blade, but every time that he shaves his whole beard with a razor blade, it's 5 lavim, 5 transgressions of lo ta'aseh for the 5 areas that he's shaving with a razor blade. It is permitted to use an electric razor, one that doesn't come so close to the root of the hair, and it shaves in a way that is the same thing that, let's say, if you were to use scissors, that would be allowed also. Not that everybody that has to grow a beard, even if you don't grow a beard, you can shave, but the way that you shave is not allowed to shave with a razor blade, but only with an acceptable shaving, let's say, electric shaver. I'm saying acceptable because nowadays some of the more sophisticated electric shavers come so close to the skin that they are equated with a razor blade. So you just have to check and to see. Of course, I'm talking about the newer ones. The ones that were around before, there's no problem. The much newer ones, just to check a little bit to make sure that the way that he shaves is not equivalent to a razor blade. צריך להיזהר שלא ידור שום דבר. Person has to be careful not to make any vow, any neder. ואפילו צדקה. And even tzedakah, of course, we want people to make donations. But a person should not pledge a donation אלא אם ישנו בידו ייתן מיד. Only if he has that money that he's able to give it right away. Some people make commitments, make vows, make neder, make pledges on something that they don't have yet, something that they hope will get in the future. And sometimes they delay, and sometimes they may even forget, and that's considered to be also a serious transgression, because once you make a commitment, you make a vow, you have to keep it. And the quicker you fulfill the vow, the pledge, the better it is. Kol ish Israel chayav betalmud Torah. Every single Jew is obligated to learn Torah. Ben ani, whether he's poor, ben ashir, whether he's rich. A poor man is bothered by having to look for parnasah, yet he has to dedicate time to learn Torah. A rich man may have assets and things to care for, and his schedule may be so overburdened that he may consider that he doesn't have time to learn Torah. No, he's also obligated to learn Torah. Ben shalam begufo, ben ba'al yisurim. Whether the person is of sound body, is good health, or whether he's afflicted with yisurim, he has physical trouble, he's still obligated to find time as much as possible to learn Torah. Ben bachu, whether he's young, ben zaken gadol, or even if he's a very, very advanced age, he's in his 90s, let's say, he still has obligation to learn Torah. This is an obligation that is independent of age. Afilu ani amchazeh alav tahim. Even if he's a person that is so poor that he has to go begging around door to door, still he's obligated to learn Torah. Afilu ba'al isha ubanim. Even if he has a wife, children, and he's all, somewhat, his attention is needed by his wife, by his children, still chayav likva lo zman lilmod Torah, letamud Torah, he's still obligated to set aside time for learning Torah bayom uvalayla, in the day and at night. Just like it says in the pasuk shene'emar, ve'agita bo yomam valayla. And you should learn, you should think about Torah hagita bo. You should meditate in it or be involved in learning Torah day and night. עד מתי חייב ללמוד? עד יום מותו. Until what day is he obligated to learn Torah? Until the day of his death. So in other words, a person is not exempt from learning Torah when he reaches older age. Continues to learn Torah all the way to the end. תחילת דינו של אדם על תלמוד תורה, ואחר כך השאר מעשיו. When a person is of course held accountable in the world to come for his actions in this world, when he's judged in the world above, in the Olam Haba, then the beginning of his judgment, the first question that is asked is Kavat Aitim La Torah. Did you set aside time for learning Torah? And that is before any other aspects of his lifetime, what he did, what he did not do. Other subjects are being considered only after the first question of did he set aside time for learning Torah? So for sure, it's something that every one of us is obligated to do, and for sure this video that we record every day and send to many of you qualifies also as a time of learning Torah. So if whether you dedicate just a few minutes to this or open a book, it qualifies. And maybe I'd like to ask those that watch the video, I appreciate your comments. I've been receiving some comments, and I appreciate every comment that you make, and feel free to send me comments back. As you click on the video, there is a room there to fill in a message if you like. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.